Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Dexian Talks, an initiative by Dexian India. I am Aarti Manosekar, your host for today. Today we are honored to have Mr. Kalyanasundaram, Executive Director at Dexian IT Solutions, a visionary leader with more than 3 decades of experience in driving large-scale digital transformation and operational excellence. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome Mr. Kalyanasundaram to the show today. Hi Kalyan.
Hey Aarti,
Thank you for joining today.
Thank you for this opportunity. I've been following Dexian Talks. I think we've seen multiple episodes coming out, and it's been really nice to hear some of our leaders talking through what they've gone through, right? So happy to be part of this, and thank you once again for this opportunity.
The pleasure is mine, Kalyan. So in this conversation, we would like to explore your journey and your vision for people and the future of Dexian.
Super. That sounds nice.
Let's start from the beginning. You had an inspiring journey from a programmer to an executive director. So thinking back, which moments really shaped how you lead the way today?
Very interesting question.
Yeah.
Been in the industry for the last 30 plus years, right?
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate to work with really large companies, right?
Yeah.
Starting from TCS, Cognizant, Atos, Intel,
Right.
SRM Tech, and now Dexian, right? So each of them has been a great learning phase, and each opportunity has given me a lot to take away for the future, right? So that's been very inspiring, and I think that's also helped me in shape up as we see challenging times, changing times, and be ready for the future.
That's a fascinating journey, Kalyan. You clearly had to grow not just in skills but also in leading people, right? So managing a large teams across geographies is not a small feat, it's huge. So how do you build high performance and motivated teams?
Wow, nice question. I think the first and foremost is the focus on our customers, right? They are the basis of our existence, and if you're able to build teams that are focused on customers and can solve their pressing needs, I think that's the first step to success.
Yeah.
Second is, as we get these teams together, are we empathetic to them? Are we appreciating their cultural differences? Right? And are we able to really empower them to do better and more as they progress through their career?
Right.
So how do we build that one family, and how do we really have a team that is well aligned both to us and to our customers is going to be key. I've been very thankful to have a lot of folks who have been part of this journey. And it's helped me only in taking this further and further as we move along.
Right. So I noticed that how beautifully you balance strategy and people. And I was about to ask, how has your leadership style has changed over the years? And you beautifully phrased it saying that one family. I really loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So moving on, your work in digital transformation is quite impressive. So how do you define an impact-oriented digital transformation in this ever-evolving landscape?
Yep. So what we are seeing is, I don't think digital transformation is a one-off project anymore, right?
Yeah.
It is about how customers can develop a continuous transformation capability that is that helps them in meeting their customer demands. Right? For example, if you see, right, retailers are using deep personalization offers using AI, and not typically depending upon CRM applications anymore, right? So that's how the whole transformation journey is evolving, and the more you are able to meet the customer demands, your end customer demands, the more impactful it becomes, right? Eventually, and what customers are doing is to leverage AI and Gen AI, leveraging cloud for scalability, leveraging skill sets that are new. To get the teams aligned to what they want to do. Right? So there is a whole ecosystem of change that is happening, and that defines how you go through the journey and how impactful it eventually becomes.
Yes, I totally get that, Kalyan. And I'm also sure that not every journey is smooth, right? So what are the biggest challenges that enterprises face today when it comes to modernizing legacy systems or moving it to the cloud?
So we are seeing that with multiple customers, right? So typically if you look at some of our banking customers, they're still on mainframes, deep business operations running on COBOL, right?
Right.
And transforming that to newer modernized systems becomes extremely complex.
Right.
The way they are integrated does not help them in moving to a modernized architecture, right? So very careful planning needs to happen there on how do you really break the silos and and make it a more functional integration of sorts, right? That is one. And second is you're also not having teams that are ready for the future, right? Because they've been supporting legacy, they've been supporting the existing systems. So the whole concept of change management, the strategy of how you do the legacy modernization. Again, if you look at healthcare companies, they should also be worried about security and compliance, right? When they go to the cloud, how much of data to expose on the cloud, your GDPR, HIPAA compliances that you need to be worried about, right? So there are multiple aspects that you need to look at, and the whole strategy of how you plan your transformation, and then how do you execute bits and bytes, right, forward is going to be key.
Yeah, strategy and execution should go hand in hand. Right?
Very true. Very true.
Now, in Dexian, how are we helping clients in leveraging AI, automation, and cloud to boost efficiency?
Right, there are multiple examples, right? I think the list goes on. For example, if you look at it for a large oil and gas customer of ours, right? They are moving their workload automation software from on-premise to cloud into a new platform.
Okay.
And this is a huge migration engagement, and as part of the engagement, we are using our byte method and our TIC teams, which is our innovation team, right, to actually help drive this through AI, right, both for migration and for testing, making the testing automated. Similarly, if you look at what we've done for our India geography, right, we've enabled the life cycle of a farmer, right, deeply through AI and insights and whatnot, right? You name it, we've been able to enable that using AI.
Okay.
Last but not the least, large global retailer, they want to really look at how to transform their software development lifecycle using AI. They are partnering with us. So there are multiple examples of these, and each of this is a huge learning for each of us and our teams, right? And that's how we have been able to be relevant and also help customers move through this journey.
Okay. And it's very obvious that we are leveraging AI to the maximum, and it is a huge driver in all this.
Definitely.
How do you see AI reshaping the IT service delivery in the near future?
It's already happening, Aarti, right? You might know it already, and even in your own functions, you would have seen a lot of AI coming into play, right? But if you look at it from a service delivery perspective, the service desk and operations, right, is becoming, how do I call it, auto detect, auto remediate, self heal, right, hyper personalized, right? More from being extreme, it used to be reactive to a certain stage, right, a few years back, and now it's becoming really very proactive. And are you able to detect things early and remediate without any human intervention?
Right.
Software development, as you know, is also becoming highly AI infused. Automatic code generation, your business requirements elicitation becoming more AI infused, testing becoming really more AI driven, right? Like I quoted the example of the large engagement that we are doing, and if you look at it, the whole DevOps and automation coming into play, right? Which makes it truly non-touch, right? But with all this coming into play, there is also a lot of security and compliance that we need to be worried about, and that's something that is also becoming very prevalent. So as we move along, new roles are likely to be coming up as we move the journey, right? So there will be more AI-infused roles that come into play, and I see that as the future, and it's not very far away.
Yeah, and we started coexisting with AI as well.
Correct.
Yeah. A quick deviation from here. So it's been close to 2 years since you have joined Dexian. So how has your experience so far?
It's been really very different, right? Working with different companies and then coming into Dexian, I didn't know what to expect. So, and it was a pleasant experience so far, right? And it's been very enriching also. We are operating like a startup, right? And every day it comes out with a lot of challenges, with a lot of new things that we need to do for our customers, and that brings the best out of all of us. Now, having come as an lateral, right, the key was to get the confidence of the teams, right, and make sure that they are comfortable with this change, right, and that was the first part that happened really well. I think what we do here in India, right, with the Dexian employee experience,
Yeah.
that's been very useful, right? One of the great mediums where I could even interact with people who are not part of my team, right? Also part of my team, not part of my team. So the entire Dexian ecosystem, you get to know by name, by what they do, what their passion is, which typically in a formal setup you never get to know.
Right.
That was one defining moment, which I thought is very different from what I've seen in other large companies as well, right? So that helped me in easing into the whole atmosphere,
Right.
and that also got me close to a number of team members, right? And it's been very helpful. Next, if you look at it, we were looking at how do we bring about a global culture, right? Think local, act global,
Right.
and we've done enough things to make it happen. So if you look at 2024, we focused on how do we bring the teams together, the one team culture, the family that I was talking about, right? So all that is what we focused on, and obviously the operational rigor, making sure that we cut down any inefficiencies, etc., and tighten the whole delivery process. 2024 has been focused on growth, right? We've been driving a lot of growth. This year, ITS will do about 20%, 20 to 25% from compared to last year, which is significant in our journey. We are also looking at people upliftment, right? A lot of individual learning programs have been launched. Lot of focus on AI.
Yeah.
As we speak, we are running a Code-a-thon exercise, right? Where we are taking a couple of real life customer problems and trying to see if we can create a minimum viable product, right? At least an MVP in the first Code-a-thon exercise, right?
Right.
We have about 70-80 folks who are participating across the globe. And that is also bringing in a lot of learning and new experiences for the team, right? Again, shifting them from their comfort zones,
Right.
and getting ready for what the customer wants, right? We spoke about a lot of AI coming in.
Right.
So that is coming through. And last but not the least, I think what we're also trying to do is to create a very easy team culture, right? Where you are able to do things, new things, without too much hierarchy in place,
Right.
and eventually also be bold in expressing what you want to really do.
Yeah.
And obviously building on elements of how do we really bring the team tighter together and drive a lot of change. So it's been a lot of learning, I would say, and it's been very different from what I've done in the past. So thanks for that opportunity, actually, I should say, to Dexian.
Right. And we are giving different avenues everyone to upskill.
Definitely.
And I loved what you said. Think local, act global. Yeah, I love
Very
it.
much.
And I'm a little curious to know about the Code-a-thon that you mentioned. Would it be okay for you to elaborate on it?
Definitely.
Okay.
Very proud to say that this is the first of its kind within Dexian, right?
Okay.
So we are also very curious to see how the output will be coming. Like I said, we are taking real life customer challenges. We've stood up 5 coding teams, right?
Okay.
It's a coding challenge basically using AI.
Right.
So what we've done as part of IT Solutions this year is to create an AI adoption framework. Basically, we are testing that framework using this Code-a-thon, right? So one is to test the framework, to look at real life customer problems, see if we can find quick and dirty solutions, if I may say, to these problems. Run an MVP with the customer to say that, hey, take the best of this, run it with the customer to see if we can actually develop a full solution for them. I'm very proud to say that our chairman, Mahfouz, and Naman will actually be judging the teams for the work that they're doing.
Right.
And I'm sure this is going to go a long way for us. So we want to make Code-a-thon as a practice as we move along, and then drive the AI adoption into the teams. So that's the thought process. So we should be closing this exercise in the next upcoming weeks, right? So we're looking forward to the MVP and what output the teams come out, right? It's going to be really testing their creativity here. So looking forward to that, actually.
Yeah. So looks like it has got a good visibility, and it sounds really interesting.
Definitely.
And we are equally looking forward.
Definitely.
As well.
I think it is going to be the driver for our change on how we do the services, right?
Yeah.
Going forward.
So we spoke about your journey, your challenges, and future readiness of your team. So what, according to you, should be the focus for the emerging leaders?
To me, if you look at it, there is no one answer to this, right?
Yeah.
I think there are broadly, I would say, again, customer central focus, right? If you understand the customer, their issues, and you're able to drive your teams to adapt to those challenges, right? I think that will be the first part.
Right.
Obviously, the ability to embrace change,
Right.
right? With agility, right? With a lot of agility, because this is happening very fast, right? So that will be very important. How do you create or empower teams, right, that are highly motivated, and you're also empathetic towards them, will be key in this whole environment, right? And that will only determine how fast you grow and your teams grow along with you.
From what I understand from your previous message, continuous learning must be central to that advice,
Very
right?
true, very true.
So you were talking about future readiness, and could you please take us through how your teams are gearing up for that?
Definitely. I think we touched upon some of these aspects, right? Change is the only constant.
Yeah.
We are seeing it for quite some time now.
Yeah.
AI infusion, we spoke about that, right? The Code-a-thon is a classic example of future readiness, right?
Right.
So what we are doing is taking some very measurable steps to get the teams ready. Cross-skilling and upskilling is very paramount in this whole exercise,
That's
right?
right.
So we want, so continuous learning is going to be very, very critical for everybody, including me, right?
Right.
If I, with so much changing, the entire leadership team is also trying to upskill themselves on newer technologies.
Right.
Because if we are not relevant to our customers, I don't think we can even engage in a conversation to solve their problems.
True, very true.
So if you look at it, it is all going to be a lot of learning,
Yeah.
a lot of forgetting what we've learned, and probably looking at how do we adapt to newer technologies as we move along. So it's going to be very exciting, and this learning is never going to stop, in my opinion.
Yeah. Lots of things to unlearn to learn.
Oh, definitely, a lot of unlearning.
Yeah.
Lot of unlearning.
Right.
Very true.
That's very well said, Kalyan. So before I let you go, what's your vision for Dexian's growth in the next few years?
We want to continue to be in the business for good,
Right.
which is what we live by, right?
Right.
And from an IT solutions perspective, where I belong to, right, we want to continue to drive this growth that we are seeing. We're growing by 20-25% this year.
Right.
We want to drive this growth for the next 2-3 years, double the portfolio in the next couple of years.
Right.
And eventually be the digital transformation partner for our customers, right? Leading through their complex problems and trying to solve them in a very meticulous manner, right? So overall, I think thanks to Naman from an IT solutions leadership and obviously a lot of support and guidance from Kumar here in India, I think we are in the right journey, right direction. And I guess 2-3 years down the line, I'm sure we will be talking much bigger stories from here on.
Right. So that's a sizable number that you're aiming for. Good luck with it, Kalyan.
Thank you. Thank you.
You spoke about Kumar being your great support here in India. So he has sent a short message for you. Shall we see it?
I'm not very surprised knowing Kumar these past 2 years, right? So maybe why don't we take a look at it?
Sure. Here is the message from Kumar. Can we see it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Let me read this for you. It's been about 2.5 years since Naman introduced Kalyan to me over email. I had no idea then that I would be meeting such a warm, grounded and truly inspiring leader. From the very first day, Kalyan stood out, calm, composed and immensely adaptable. What makes him unique is his ability to blend into an established team and still emerge as a natural leader, earning respect from peers and team members alike. Under pressure too, he remains focused, leading by example and bringing out the best in everyone around him. Over the years, I have seen his quiet strength and leadership shine through. I'm sure Dexian will continue to benefit greatly from his presence. For me, Kalyan will always be part of my A team. A leader I deeply respect and look forward to working with him for many more years. Thank you, Kalyan, for being who you are and for everything you bring to the team. Kumar, Rajagopalan.
Thank you for the nice words, Kumar. Really very touching, and thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kalyan, for sharing your insights today. And it's been truly an inspiring conversation with you.
Thank you, Aarti, and for being a nice host and a great conversation. I'm very honored to be part of Dexian Talks, so thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Kalyan. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode with another interesting guest. Thank you.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.